I'm pretty impressed. Like, this little thing has no idea it's 2022. This is a digital Hi8 video camera. This was given to us by Missy's mom and stepdad when Caden was born. And I thought to myself the other night, where are the tapes for that camera that have all these memories? And so I scoured the house and looked in the attic, looked in various closets. It took a while, and I found this box. We moved into this house 10 years ago, and I'm pretty sure that this box has been undisturbed in the corner of the closet where I found it since it was placed there 10 years ago. This box is like a time capsule. Let's talk about the box to my iPhone 5. Still has headphones, like unwrapped. Cordless phone, not wireless phone, cordless. And the base that has an answering machine, so you could leave messages when you weren't at home. Do you remember this thing? This is a camera. This is like before laptops had cameras built into them, this is the camera that you would place on the top part of the monitor of your laptop, and then you could do like the early versions, whatever they called FaceTime before it was FaceTime. Wonder if that still works. Ha! Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere. Look at that. Here's the thing, these are all like memories. Like these are from like 15, almost 20 years ago. And I was like, at some point, I probably need to like maybe digitize these into the computer and then put them on a hard drive, maybe upload them to the cloud. Like, I don't want to lose this stuff, which actually, I need one more thing. Power adapter, need power adapter. I don't even know if this thing's gonna turn on. Did you hear that? Do we really wait this long for our computers to boot up? Like this is old, but it's not like ancient. Maybe it's a little ancient. Look at that. Okay, I'm making the assumption that like all the gears and everything inside of this thing still work. I'm also making the assumption that I know how to use this. There's a tape here that said Caden's first few months. First few months. That feels like a good place to start. Oh, you remember this? So do you see what's wrong with that? It needs to be rewound. Everything is at the very end. Like, that was a thing, right? You didn't just pop it in and start watching it. You didn't just select it on Netflix and all of a sudden it started streaming. No, you had to wait to rewind it. Putting the tape in. Oh, it's making sounds. Like, I feel like it's making good sounds. I guess we were testing to see if we could get the stroller in the, was this like a trial run of getting the stroller in the trunk of the car?
Oh, in the day's work.
Are we that far back? Like this is before we had any kids? So here's a question. If you had a chance to go back in time and relive some of those moments from like a previous season, would you? I mean, that's essentially what I'm doing here is I'm going back and I'm reliving these moments when Caden was not even a year old. And now he's a senior in high school. In a couple of weeks, he's gonna graduate. And as far as like the childhood years with my son, this season is pretty much over. We're looking forward to the next one. In a couple of years, as all my kids graduate from high school, the next season is being an empty nester. And then the season after that is going to be watching my kids have kids. And I like the season that I'm in now. It has its challenges, but there's a lot that I really appreciate. There is a lot that I appreciate about the season when they were babies. Maybe the challenges of not being able to sleep. I tend to forget that part. I guess what I'm learning from all this is that life is in seasons, and this season that I'm in right now, I enjoy it. So make the most of it. Don't take it for granted. Don't be always like, well, when they're this age and just like ignoring this moment and always like trying to look to the future. Well, when they're this, it's going to be better if I can just get through this. Or always living in the past where you're not enjoying the moment you have now. You're always stuck in what used to be. Life happens in chapters, and there's a lot to enjoy and a lot that's hard about each chapter, but you have to be self-aware that this chapter that you're in right now, if you're newly married, if you've got young kids, middle schoolers, they're all out of the house, whatever the season happens to be right now, it's only for a moment, so enjoy it.